Okay, so what we are going to be doing today is working on visually identifying intersections, crosswalks, and what are called detectable warning plates. So the idea is, as you view this video, I'm going to be occasionally stopping, and as I stop and pause, I would like you to try to visually identify where the crosswalk is, the detectable warning, and when a good time is to cross. Okay, so this yellow rectangle on the ground here, this is called a detectable warning. It's also called a truncated dome. There are little circles on it that rise up so that individuals with visual impairments are able to feel them on their feet, underneath their feet, and then that is a clue that they are very close to an intersection or street crossing and that they should stop. Okay. So, although I said the goal is partly to identify when a safe time to cross would be, I'm actually going to take that back, and we are just going to focus strictly on identifying when and where you should stop. So we are in downtown Worcester, and I am just outside the library. It's to the right of me, and they're doing some construction. So you may hear some loud noises as we're doing this video. Okay, so I'm stopping here. I would like you to simply look at what we have in the video and see if you can identify an intersection, which is where two different roads meet and traffic has to stop to let other cars go. So take a view and see if you can identify the traffic lights. If you've been able to identify them, try to indicate what color they are. Now I'm going to approach Franklin Street, which is perpendicular to us, and I'm going to walk towards the crossing. The idea is for the viewer to indicate when they see the crosswalk and or the detectable warning, which is the yellow rectangle with the circles. And yes, let me know, indicate when you should stop at a safe distance from the street. And again, as you get closer, you may be able to see the traffic signals. There are two that are on green right now. So as you're out traveling in the community, if you see those, you know you're going to be coming to an intersection. And you may have to cross that. Okay, so I would like the viewer to scan, take a look at the situation, and see if you can indicate where there's a crosswalk. Okay, so as you'll see, we have a truncated dome, or detectable warning, in front of us on the ground, and we have a crosswalk that goes across Salem Street, which is what I'm walking on. If you were going to cross Salem Street on this crosswalk, indicate when I should stop. If you've said now, it's much too late. And just to review some things that are important for crossings, you'll see the pedestrian signal across the street at the other end of the crosswalk, and it has an orange hand. That signal means do not walk. Now, we're going to head towards the Common here in downtown Worcester, and we're going to cross Franklin Street. If we want to cross Franklin Street, do you see any areas where we should cross? Indicate when and where. Indicate when you see something that you should cross and where. If you've indicated a crosswalk that I'm currently pointing towards, that is a great place. If you look at a black pole in front of me on the sidewalk, there's actually a white little sign on it with a button underneath. This is to activate the pedestrian signal. So I'm going to pause it here due to the music. All right, never mind, we're good. So again, as you'll see on here, you'll see a walk signal, which is up top. And you'll see that looks like a person walking. See an orange hand, and that's actually going to be flashing. If you see that across the street at the pedestrian signal, you do not want to start crossing. And you definitely don't want to cross if it's a steady orange hand. Okay, so you want it to be on the walk signal, which looks like a little person walking. And in order to activate it, you press the button. So a lot of the time, they make a noise, a little beep to indicate that you've activated it. On this one, it made a very subtle light red blink. So that was our indication that we activated it. And as I have some time here before we cross, I want the viewer to try to describe where they should stand to get ready to cross this street using the crosswalk. Should they be all the way back where I am or on the truncated dome? And now you hear a beeping and you had the walk signal. And you'll see it actually stopped traffic coming from all directions at this plus-shaped intersection. So I'm going to conclude this video at this point.